Adam Haynes works in the iBank Tower in East Memphis and sometimes walks through the parking lots and across the interior drives to the neighboring Clark Tower where he grabs lunch at Foozie restaurant. Today was a little bit easier to navigate through the cars thanks to MEMfix East. It was the seventh such event in recent years designed to demonstrate how to make a commercial district easier to walk and bike in.
Well, sometimes it's kind of, you have to watch out and see people coming from different directions. Sometimes it can be kind of difficult sometimes, yeah.
Do you think there could be some improvements?
Yeah,
In what way?
we'll just have more signs or more crosswalk sort of indications on the parking lot in the area, so people be more aware of it.
Which is exactly what MEMfix organizers did today, painting brighter crosswalks and posting a bunch of wayfinding signs. John Paul Schaefer is program director for Livable Memphis, which heads the MEMfix events.
I'd say a successful outcome would be that, regardless of whether they're going to Brookhaven or walking over to shop kind of down on Poplar or even going up to Whole Foods maybe to get some groceries, that they'd be able to walk out of here and have kind of a legible network of pedestrian pathways, wayfinding signage, things like that. Maybe, some signage out there that tells motorists to stop for pedestrians, to kind of be mindful. And maybe some of it's a branded series of signs that tell you what's in which direction, almost like those wayfinding posts that it's 150 miles to Timbuktu or whatever. So I think that would be one of the shorter, more intermediate term kind of outcomes. Another would be, long term, parking lots. This is a pretty highly productive piece of land. The things that are here are generating a lot of tax revenue, a lot of economic revenue, all those kinds of things. But, I think the towers, they still have maybe 20% occupancy, and they'd like to see it fill up. That's another effect that I think comes from creating that more neighborhood kind of a feel.
Unoccupied?
Unoccupied, yes, sorry. And then, long term, maybe it's a business association, a business improvement district that comes together and looks at some of the parking lots and says, we could make better use of some of this space. Do we do liner buildings on parking lots, kind of like what's happening in Overton Square? Do we look at, doing some decks for shared benefit, and take some of the cars off the surface, get them into decks? Or do we look at tying into kind of the bus rapid transit options that might be coming down